And here I am, walking over the fields yet again. So I think if you saw my last vlog, I've had a bit of a nightmare with this car and garage. So they fitted a bearing on my prop shaft a couple of weeks ago, and there was a problem. Well, in short, there was a problem with it, and they've had to reorder another one. So they put the order in last week, told me to bring my car in on Monday, which was yesterday. So I got here at the garage at 8 in the morning, nobody was here. Turned out that the owners had gone on, oh wait, it's gone that way around. So the sun's starting to set. Turned out that the owners were on holiday, and there was just a couple of mechanics in, and one of the mechanics had to do a school run. So he didn't open the garage up till 9:15. Anyway, blah 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 blah. So I was hanging around yesterday, and one of the questions I asked yesterday morning when I eventually the garage opened up: has the part come? Because if the answer was a no, then obviously I could say, right, well, I'll still drive the car, even though there was a bit of a problem with it. It was still drivable. So didn't hear anything. Got to 4 o'clock, started to phone them and weren't answering the phone. Got to 5 o'clock and oh, bloody hell, that's it. Anyway, we managed to touch down this morning, and the question was how's the car? And they said, well, the part's not arrived. I said, well, can I come and pick the car up? He said, no, we took the prop shaft off and everything yesterday. So I said, well, that was a bit daft, wasn't it? Anyway, they said, but we're tracking it now, and it's going to definitely be here today. So they said that they'd track the order. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I'm now told it's actually ready. So let's see how we get along. Yeah, I've got my woolly hat on. I don't really know why I got the woolly hat on, because it is quite warm. Anyway, but I've spent the best part of 36 hours, and in fact I was up this morning till 3 o'clock this morning doing a task that I've been putting off for the last 2 or 3 years, and that's migrating all of my websites. So I have a little business doing web hosting and web design, and the people I've been with for I don't know how many years, 15 years, possibly longer, have just gone down and down and down and down and down, and I've just been putting off migrating to a new person for the last couple of years. Anyway, I've started it, and it is just absolutely time consuming and brain numbing hard work. So basically that's all in place, and as I'm walking over the fields, I think I've got about 40 or 50 websites in a migrationary process. Oh, hang on a minute, there's my car. Keys are back. So the bearing that I supplied, it turns out, was absolutely fine. It wasn't defective. A right story behind all of this. It turns out that the prop shaft had come off, and there was a spacer and a bearing, and to cut a long story short, it turns out that a spacer had been put on the wrong way round, which allowed 2 mil of wiggle, which was causing the vibration of the prop shaft. So the guy I've just spoken to there, proper old school, proper mechanic, they put the new replacement bearing on, thinking the one that I'd supplied, which was the right part number and everything, was defective. Anyway, it didn't cost anything, which was good stuff, but I have left him 20 quid to get themselves a drink. Anyway, let's see what the car runs like. Proof's going to be in the pudding. Right, I'm pleased to say that my car seems to be fixed, which is a good job, because as I say, we're right on top of Christmas, and this next Tuesday, Wednesday, we're in for quite a long road trip. So I will get out a little bit later when the rush hour's out of the way and the schools are out of the way, and just go and give it a proper run on a short stretch of the motorway. But yeah, seems to be okay. This has been a messy week. I'm on Wednesday, and I'm sort of getting nowhere very, very, very fast. I think I mentioned on a video that I've done on here that I've got quite a big, well, it's quite a huge technical problem, stroke task, migrating dozens and dozens and dozens of websites to a new web host. And to cut a long story short, I'm sort of done the migration, but I'm now trying to configure emails and things, and it is proving to be a nightmare. Anyway, I've had my head physically in front of a computer for better part of 3 days now, pretty well non-stop, and doing me head in. So now I've got my car back. Solid. I'm just going to take myself off out for an hour and just try and clear my head and see whether I come up with some other ideas to 3 problems that I'm going through at the minute. So the new company I'm with, I've just sent them a support ticket. Fingers crossed they're going to come up with something, but I know what they're going to come up with is go and follow our guide, and I have been following their guide. Right, coat on and get the shoes on and just let me nip out for an hour. You know when your head's completely mashed up is when you arrive in a shopping centre and you're about to go to the shops and you realise you've left your phone at home, and in your phone case are all your credit cards and debit cards and everything. So I've had to go all the way back home to go and get my phone. Right, this guy, I can't be the only one this has happened to. Just thought, right, because I'm doing a bit of a road trip next week with Sandra, we're going away, and so 150 miles or so. So I thought, right, after all the palaver with the car, go and check my tyre pressures. Pull up to a Shell station, like you do. There's a car in front of me, so I thought, well, he'll only be 5 minutes, he'll be doing his air. So as I pulled in, the car then pulls in behind me, so I'm now sandwiched. So this muppet not only did his air, but he also lifted his bonnet and did his screen wash, which took I don't know how long. He was pissing around with that, then moved his car a foot forward, and then decided he wanted to give his car a vacuum. So I'm now flaming stuck. He's here 15 minutes or so, piddling around, like I don't know what. So as he finishes, the car behind me gives up and goes, and yeah, another 15 or so minutes of my life just wasted. This is just turning out to be one of them weeks. Sorry, am I sounding a bit grumpy? Right, it's been a very, very long time since I put a video up. I think it's 3 days. How's your week been?
Hectic.
So today is now Wednesday.
So the slight issue I've got at the moment with my work situation is fine, but I'm split working. So half the week I'm working on my old job, half the week I'm working on my new job. And then yesterday, Neil decided to give me a third job as well.
A third job?
Yeah.
What's the third job?
Helping you out with your website business.
You're my secretary.
Well, timing wasn't ideal from my point of view anyway.
So, as I say,
tomorrow is my last day, so I've just got to get through tomorrow. Loads of people at work got COVID, but I still haven't got COVID, so that's a plus.
It's always a plus if you haven't got COVID. We did get COVID last year, didn't we? We're not getting COVID this year. We are going away this Christmas.
Well, that's my fear, is that we get through Christmas and then...
We missed 2 years. We normally go away. We always go away just after Christmas for the New Year. And last year we booked and it didn't happen. We got COVID, and the year before was the year of the COVID. So this year we are going away. I have booked our accommodation. It's booked. Where are we going?
Somewhere nice, I hope.
So after 3 days for myself, that's why you've had little content of literally getting very stressed. I think there's some trees in the woods.
Trees in the woods? There's normally trees in woods, but you know.
Can we see the trees in the woods, or can we see the wood from the trees?
I don't know, but as long as you're not as restless during the night, I'd be really grateful. Otherwise, it might have to be the spare room tonight. Sorry, Neil, but I need a proper night's sleep tonight.
Monday night and last night, it's been gone 3 a.m. When I've been finishing off things, and I say because my head is nodding on the desk and I'm falling asleep. Anyway, the good news is I have actually got progress now, and email problems that I've had we're somewhat sorted out.
Yeah, at one point I was facing the prospect that I might have lost all my emails since 2021 or something. It's like, anyway, they seem to be back now.
Who did that? Who got them back?
You. But you lost them in the first place as well, though, you know. But, you know.
So I think we've got, I think it's had 58, 60 customer websites, and then some of them have got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 emails assigned to them, and backing them up and bringing them over, and the whole stress is quite something. Anyway, as I say, I've had progress today, and so that's why you've had nothing from us. But fingers crossed, we'll get some more content done. As Sandra finishes tomorrow, and we can start the Christmas countdown.
Yeah, and then when I go back, I've only got 1 week, and then I'm fully on to my new job, so it'll be a lot easier.
Why are you Hong Kong fully on? You're going to be fully on?
Because I can't wait. I just not. Well, it's okay, but it's just tiring. Headspace tiring with the split working.
So when you go back, I'm going to be somewhere in the region of 6 or 7 weeks before you leave. I leave you again. It's soon going to be upon us, and I've got to get all these migrations done. That's that. But we are having a few days off. So yeah. Anyway, right. Apart from that, everything else is done. So I'm going to go and get myself in the bath.
Just the last few presents to wrap. And then, yeah.
Wrap. Your main present hasn't arrived, and I don't think it's got lost.
Yours has.
Well, it's not the main present. I've got you some good quality stuff this year, Sandra. Really good quality, really good stuff. The best Christmas presents.
I've excelled myself this year, Neil. You're going to love your main present.
Yeah. A main present?
Yeah.
We said we weren't getting main presents.
Well, I had some inspiration, and I think.
I can't get you a main present now. Did it cost more than £2.72?
Yeah.
Well, we said we weren't spending any money this Christmas.
Yeah, but it's special. You'll see.
Well, yours is special. It's not bloody arrived unless it comes in the next day or so.
It might do.
Anyway, right.
It's fine. It's not because we expect anything back. Just think you'll really appreciate what I've got you.
Right, I'm going to wrap this video off. So this video has been a bit of a ranty video. I think it started on Monday with all the car dilemmas.
Oh, don't talk about the car.
So I've been out in it, and it all seems all right. We've got a big road trip. This time next week we're going to be away. We've got a road trip to do in it, and
I literally felt like saying, "Are you sure it's not just something like something was put back the wrong way?" And guess what? Yeah.
I told Sandra the story about the flipping man in front of me today, filling his hair and filling his washer and giving his car a hoover. It's all a conspiracy theory. People are out to stress me out this week. I've had the most stressful 3 days in a decade.
I'm not sure about that, but yeah.
Oh, what else was, apart from you stressing me out all the time?
Well, everything's my fault, as you have probably gathered by now.
I'm not being able to blame you for the car. The man who decided to give his car a mini valet on the flipping Shell forecourt-ish, and the internet. But that internet issues, we have been saying we've been doing it since 2018.
Well, it did really need doing.
Will we get it done?
Yeah, well, this is the year, isn't it?
How many people are going to scream and shout at me if I make a cock up? We had one shouty customer. We had a rogue domain name that wasn't in any use or anything. We've been trying to touch down on who owned it. Nobody put their hands up, so we disabled it, and then we got a right ranty shouty message, didn't we?
Yeah, well, it's always the way though, but unfortunately live, there's a bit of a pattern here that the most difficult customers to deal with generally also tend to be the ones that don't even blooming pay us. So it's like doubly frustrating, really. So they're expecting extra from us, and often they're the ones that actually don't pay us in the first place. And it's like,
but we have got a lot of loyal customers.
We do. It's the minority. Yeah. It's the minority that give you headaches. But...
Yeah. So we had one customer who hasn't paid us for 3 or 4 years. So I just disabled everything. And then, hello Neil, I don't seem to be able to get my emails. No, because you haven't paid us.
So I'm afraid that one got an ultimatum saying, sorry, but could you please move your domain elsewhere by next time it's due up? And I got a message back going, Sandra, you seem a bit upset. I was like, I didn't even reply.
No. And then I had another one where I had to I had to name and shame a organisation and a individual on Twitter, and I got tweets and phone calls the next day. I've already mentioned this one. They were going to sue me and defamation and all the rest of it. So take me to your solicitor, pay me your money, and I'll take what I've said down. But we got paid.
And it was a few years ago now, but I had one, and we were too expensive. So I said, fair enough. So they wanted to transfer to somewhere cheaper. So we tried to explain that we do look after them, make sure that things get renewed on time, and it's a big problem for them if things don't get renewed on time. But they left anyway. Oh. And then a year later, I got a really angry email off this person saying, why did you not remind me that my domain's due for renewal and everything's gone wrong and it's all your fault? And I was like, sorry, but the reason I didn't remind you is because you took your business elsewhere.
Yeah,
it's not as easy as it seems managing all these things.
No.
So.
Anyway, I don't know. I think I may call this video the ranty, stressed out, everything went wrong video, because you're getting as grumpy as me as well.
But the thing, but it's just not that easy when you've been working all day and you come back to more work.
Yeah, but you come back to me when I'm home. I mean, I'm the light of your life.
Preferably not back to more work, though. I'm getting too old for that.
Well, I'll be gone soon, and then you'll have 8 months all to yourself. You can do whatever you want. But while I'm here, this has got to be done.
Yeah, but I finished tomorrow, and then I've got more time then.
Great, we can get you working Christmas Day. We'll get things finished. Hoorah! Right, I just said we're going to finish this. We really are going to finish this. So, I am really sorry we've not had anything up for a while, and I'm really sorry if this has been a very miserable, ranty, depressing video to watch with nothing exciting. Even Rasha's given up on us. She's back in the kitchen, fast asleep in a basket.
She's had the rest of my tea. She's happy.
Excellent. Right, look after yourselves, guys, and take care. If you are getting ready for Christmas, make sure you have got all your presents wrapped and things like that, and keep safe.
That's my last job today, wrapping the last few presents.
And we'll see you all on the next one. Take care.
Bye.